They say every city has a heartbeat, a unique rhythm that pulses through its streets, its buildings, and its people. It's a symphony of life, a melody composed of countless stories, dreams, and aspirations. Each city with its own distinct beat tells a tale of its past, present, and future. But some cities, like this one, have a heartbeat that is different. It's not just a place on a map, it's a legend waiting to be discovered. A pulse, a rhythm. This one? Different. It's a city that defies the ordinary, where the usual rules don't apply. Here the streets seem to hum with an energy that's almost palpable, a vibration that resonates deep within your soul. It's a place where every corner holds a secret, every alleyway a mystery. The rhythm of this city is not just heard, it's felt, deep in your bones. This city, clinging to the edge of the world, feels like the last gasp of breath before the plunge. It's perched on the brink of the unknown, where the land meets the sea, and the familiar gives way to the mysterious. The skyline, with its towering buildings and sprawling streets, seems to teeter on the edge of reality, a precarious balance between the known and the unknown. It's a place that challenges your perceptions, makes you question what you think you know. It's a place where maps stop making sense, and even the most seasoned traveler starts to question their sanity. Here the lines on the map blur, the familiar landmarks disappear, and you're left to navigate by instinct alone. It's a city that defies logic, where the usual rules of navigation don't apply. Even the most detailed maps can't capture its essence, its spirit. It's a place that exists beyond the boundaries of the known world, a realm of endless possibilities. But that's the thing about edges. They're intoxicating. They draw you in, beckon you closer, whisper promises of the unknown. There's a thrill in standing on the brink, looking out at the vast expanse of the unknown, feeling the pull of the uncharted territory. It's a place where the familiar ends and the adventure begins, where the safety of the known world gives way to the excitement of the unexplored. The edge is a place of infinite possibilities, a gateway to the unknown. They beckon you closer, whisper promises of the unknown. The edge is a place of mystery, a threshold between the known and the unknown. It's a place where you can leave behind the constraints of the familiar and step into a world of endless possibilities. The horizon stretches out before you, a vast expanse of uncharted territory, waiting to be explored. It's a place that calls to the adventurer in all of us, a place where legends are born. This city, this speck of human resilience in a sea of nothingness, is no different. It's a testament to the indomitable human spirit, a beacon of hope in the midst of the vast, uncharted wilderness. It's a place where people have carved out a life against all odds, where they've built a community in the face of adversity. This city is a symbol of human resilience, a reminder that even in the most inhospitable places, life finds a way. It's a place where legends are not just told, but lived. Getting there? It's an adventure in itself. Imagine boarding a small aircraft, the kind that makes you feel every gust of wind and every bump in the air. The journey begins with the plane taking off from a remote location, its engines roaring as it ascends into the sky. The landscape below transforms from familiar terrain to rugged, untamed wilderness. As the plane flies over jagged mountains and deep valleys, you can't help but marvel at the raw beauty of nature. The flight is not just a means to an end, it's an experience that sets the tone for the entire journey. Half the battle, some might say. But the adventure doesn't end when the plane lands. Far from it. The next leg of the journey involves navigating narrow dirt roads that wind through the mountains. Picture a jeep, its tires gripping the rough terrain as it makes its way through remote areas. The path is challenging, filled with twists and turns that test both the vehicle and the driver. It's a journey that requires skill, patience, and a sense of adventure. Every mile brings new challenges and new sights, from towering cliffs to hidden valleys. It's a reminder that the journey is just as important as the destination. Flights are few and far between, often delayed or canceled due to unforgiving weather. The skies can turn from clear to stormy in an instant, grounding planes and stranding travelers. Imagine waiting at a small airport, watching as dark clouds gather and the rain begins to pour. The anticipation builds as you wonder if your flight will take off, or if you'll be stuck waiting for the weather to clear. It's a test of patience and resilience, a reminder that nature is always in control. But even in the midst of a storm, there's a sense of adventure, a feeling that you're part of something bigger than yourself. Then, the roads, or lack thereof. Once you leave the airport, the real adventure begins. The roads, if you can call them that, are little more than dirt tracks winding through the wilderness. They lead you through desolate landscapes, where the only signs of life are the occasional animal tracks or the distant call of a bird. It's a journey that takes you far from the comforts of civilization into a world where nature reigns supreme. The road is rough and unforgiving, but it's also beautiful in its own way. It's a reminder that sometimes the most rewarding journeys are the ones that take you off the beaten path. Dusty, bone-jarring tracks that wind through desolate landscapes. Days bleed into weeks. The journey is long and arduous, but it's also filled with moments of breathtaking beauty. As the jeep kicks up dust on the rocky path, you can't help but feel a sense of awe at the vastness of the landscape. The road stretches out before you, seemingly endless, a ribbon of dirt cutting through the wilderness. It's a journey that tests your endurance and your spirit, but it's also one that rewards you with unforgettable experiences. Every bump and jolt is a reminder that you're on an adventure, one that will stay with you long after the journey is over. The outside world fades away, replaced by a stark, unforgiving beauty. As you travel deeper into the wilderness, the familiar sights and sounds of civilization disappear. In their place, you find a landscape that is both harsh and beautiful. The desert stretches out before you, a vast expanse of sand and rock under a relentless sun. The mountains rise up in the distance, their jagged peaks cutting into the sky. It's a world that demands respect, a place where only the strongest survive. But it's also a place of incredible beauty, a reminder of the power and majesty of nature. It's a journey that takes you to the edge of the world, and beyond. And just when you think you've reached the limit of human endurance, it appears. After days of travel, the signs of civilization begin to emerge. A distant city, its lights twinkling on the horizon, a beacon of hope in the wilderness. The sight of the city fills you with a sense of relief and accomplishment. You've made it through the toughest part of the journey, and now, the end is in sight. The city represents not just the end of the journey but also the promise of rest and rejuvenation. It's a reminder that even the most challenging journeys have their rewards, a beacon of civilization on the horizon. The city stands as a testament to human resilience and ingenuity, a place where people have carved out a life in the midst of the wilderness. As the sun sets, the city lights up, a dazzling display of light and color against the darkening sky. It's a sight that fills you with a sense of wonder and awe. The journey has been long and difficult, but it's also been filled with moments of incredible beauty and discovery. The city is a reminder that even in the most remote and challenging places, there is always a spark of hope and possibility. The city at the edge of the world. It's a place that defies expectations, a thriving community in the midst of a rugged and unforgiving landscape. From above, the city looks like a jewel, nestled in the heart of the wilderness. It's a place where people have come together to create something extraordinary, a testament to the power of human spirit and determination. The journey to get here has been long and challenging, but it's also been filled with moments of wonder and discovery. It's a reminder that the most rewarding journeys are the ones that take you to the edge of the world and beyond. Life here is harsh, unforgiving. The elements, a constant threat. The wind, a howling reminder of nature's raw power. Supplies are scarce, brought in by those brave souls who dare to make the journey. But the people here, they're different. They possess a resilience, a quiet strength forged in the crucible of isolation. They understand the delicate balance between humanity and nature, the need to adapt, to survive. The city's isolation is more than just geographic. It seeps into your bones, settles deep within your soul. The silence can be deafening, broken only by the wind whistling through abandoned buildings or the distant cry of a bird. It's a silence that forces introspection, a confrontation with your own thoughts and fears. It's a silence that can drive you mad or set you free. It all depends on what you're running from or towards. Ghosts of the past, whispers of a forgotten time. The city is a living museum, its history etched into the very fabric of its being. Crumbling buildings whisper tales of a bygone era, of boom and bust, of dreams realized and shattered. You can almost hear the echoes of laughter, the clinking of glasses in a crowded saloon. But the laughter has long since faded, replaced by the mournful sigh of the wind. It's a harsh beauty, this city at the edge of the world. Stark, uncompromising. The kind of beauty that takes your breath away and leaves you feeling small and insignificant in the face of nature's grandeur. The vastness of the surrounding landscape is both terrifying and exhilarating. It's a reminder that there are still places on Earth untouched by the relentless march of progress. Despite the isolation, there's a strong sense of community here. People look out for each other, share what little they have. Strangers are welcomed with open arms, their stories eagerly devoured like precious morsels of news from the outside world. These encounters are brief, fleeting moments of human connection in a sea of solitude, but they're enough to remind you that even in the most isolated corners of the world, the human spirit endures. And yet, for all its allure, the city at the edge of the world is not a place to stay. The silence, the isolation, it wears on you. The pull of the familiar, of loved ones left behind, becomes too strong to resist. So we leave, carrying a piece of the city with us, the memory of its stark beauty, the resilience of its people, the silence that both haunted and healed us. The city at the edge of the world remains. It stands as a beacon of solitude, a place where the noise of modern life fades into the background and the whispers of nature take over. Here, the hustle and bustle of urban existence are replaced by the serene sounds of the wilderness. The wind rustling through the trees, the distant call of a bird, the gentle flow of a nearby stream, all these elements come together to create a symphony of peace that is hard to find elsewhere. A testament to the human spirit's ability to adapt, to survive, and to thrive in the face of adversity. The people who choose to live here are not just surviving, they are embracing the challenges that come with such an isolated existence. They find strength in the struggle, and in doing so, they discover a deeper connection to the land and to themselves. The harsh weather, the rugged terrain, and the sheer remoteness of the place all serve to forge a unique bond between the inhabitants and their environment, to find beauty in the most unexpected places. In this remote city, beauty is not just in the grand vistas and sweeping landscapes, but also in the small, often overlooked details. A single flower blooming in a barren field, the play of light and shadow on a rocky outcrop, the intricate patterns of frost on a window pane. These are the moments of beauty that can only be found in such a place. They remind us that even in the harshest conditions, life finds a way to flourish. And though we may leave, the memories of this place linger. The lessons learned in its embrace stay with us, shaping our perspectives and influencing our lives long after we have returned to the hustle and bustle of the modern world. The solitude, the silence, the sheer vastness of the landscape, all these elements leave an indelible mark on our souls. We'll never truly forget the lessons learned in its embrace. The time spent in isolation teaches us the value of introspection, the importance of self-reliance, and the beauty of simplicity. It reminds us that there is a world beyond the screens and the noise, a world where we can reconnect with our true selves and find a sense of peace that is often elusive in our daily lives. It stands as a reminder that there are still places in the world where one can truly disconnect. In these remote corners of the earth, the distractions of modern life fall away, leaving us with nothing but our thoughts and the natural world around us. It is in these moments of solitude that we can confront the silence within, face our innermost fears and desires, and find a sense of clarity that is often missing in our everyday lives. To confront the silence within and find solace in solitude. In the quiet, we can hear our own thoughts more clearly, understand our own emotions more deeply, and connect with our own inner selves more profoundly. This is the true allure of isolation, the opportunity to step away from the noise and chaos of the world and find a deeper sense of peace and understanding within ourselves, and find solace in solitude. It is in these moments of quiet reflection that we can truly appreciate the beauty of the world around us and the strength within ourselves. The solitude allows us to recharge, to find our center, and to return to our lives with a renewed sense of purpose and clarity. And perhaps that's why it continues to fascinate us, to draw us in. The allure of isolation is not just about escaping the world, but about finding a deeper connection to it. It is about discovering the beauty in the silence, the strength in the struggle, and the peace in the solitude. It is about finding ourselves in the most unexpected places and realizing that sometimes the greatest journeys are the ones we take within. Even as we know we can never truly stay, the call of the modern world is strong, and eventually, we must return. But the time spent in isolation leaves a lasting impact, reminding us of the beauty and strength that can be found in solitude. It is a reminder that no matter how chaotic our lives may become, there is always a place where we can find peace and clarity, if only we take the time to seek it out.